From his derogatory racist comments to the unnecessary roasting sessions, here are all the reasons why Kevin Holland hates Conor McGregor. Starting off with the most glaring, the blackface meme. So, have you heard about this infamous controversy in the MMA world? It involves none other than the Irish UFC superstar Conor McGregor and Terence McKinney. As you know, Conor's persona has always been a target for memes, but the latest one directed towards his opponent has crossed the line for many fans and MMA stars. So, what's the meme all about? Well, someone edited Conor's face to make it black and wrote a racist comment. It was basically about him going to Michael Chandler's children and telling him he's their biological father. Terence, the surging UFC lightweight contender, thought it was outrageous and shared it on Twitter, calling it cold-blooded. However, fans were quick to point out the racist nature of the meme and express their disappointment in the comment section. Unfortunately, some fans continued to troll and make jokes about the racist meme.
I have put martial arts in the spotlight in my country and shown it for what it is, true dedication and a beautiful discipline.
But one man who was absolutely disgusted by it all was the UFC welterweight star Kevin Holland. He posted it on his Instagram account and captioned it, "Did this really happen? Also, why don't they have light-skinned tanning spots?" But later deleted it after realizing that it would just give more exposure to the horrendous joke. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a major reason why Kevin can't stand Conor. I mean, I don't blame him either. And the fact that this isn't an isolated event is another reason why Kevin hates him so much. I mean, I think all of us remember the time his mom did a blackface stunt. Does racism run in his genes? Did you catch the controversy surrounding the McGregor family and Halloween? UFC star Conor McGregor shared some adorable photos of himself. He and his loved ones were dressed up in costumes for the holiday, but it was his mom Margaret who caused a stir. She was accused of wearing blackface for a party at the Black Forge Inn in Dublin. The dark face paint caused outrage among fans on social media, with some accusing Margaret of wearing blackface.
Into his world, and I would certainly box him if the opportunity arose, most certainly.
For those of you who don't know, it's a form of theatrical makeup that was historically used to portray racist caricatures of black people. The McGregor family immediately denied the claims, insisting that it was actually spiders painted on Margaret's face. They said she painted black spiders to go along with her ghoul costume, complete with a red dress and necklace with 3 skulls attached. But let's be real. Do we really believe that it was just spiders painted on Margaret's face? Many fans were quick to point out that the makeup looked a lot like blackface. And it's not the first time the McGregor family has faced accusations of racism. In fact, Conor has been criticized in the past for making racially insensitive comments and gestures. What do you think about the McGregor family's explanation for Margaret's makeup? Do you think it was just harmless spiders, or was it actually a case of blackface? And come to think of it, it's not Kevin who has been quiet about his hatred for Conor. No, sir. In fact, he's known to make fun of McGregor any chance he gets. Do you remember the time I took a jab at Conor McGregor's recent physical transformation? And boy, was it hilarious.
That octagon and I'd scoot into open guard if I couldn't brace on the leg. That was in my thoughts. That was my thoughts. I was like, right, okay.
So, McGregor had suffered a broken leg at UFC 264 in July and had been working out like Rocky to make a grand comeback. But according to Holland's Instagram post, it seems like McGregor's workouts have included more than just protein shakes and gym sessions. The post showed a side-by-side comparison of McGregor's before and after photos, and let's just say the difference was hard to miss. Holland captioned the post with a witty remark, calling McGregor Vitor Belfort. Now, this was a reference to former UFC star Vitor Belfort, who was known to use testosterone replacement therapy in the past. It's not clear whether Holland was actually implying that McGregor was using exogenous hormones, but one thing's for sure, his joke was hilarious. Even though McGregor is one of the biggest names in MMA, he's not immune to a bit of good-natured ribbing. And that's because there are many, many people like Kevin who hate his guts. Plus, that's not the only thing that irks Kevin. It's also Conor's incessant trash-talking that makes him a controversial figure.
Netflix also, and now we got a fresh one coming out, so it's basically detailing, the fight career behind the scenes, all the training, my family life, and...
I mean, his trash-talking is definitely a big part of his public persona in the MMA world. He's known for being brash and unapologetic, and he doesn't hold back when it comes to voicing his opinions about other fighters. Some people find this entertaining, while others see it as disrespectful and unnecessary, and Kevin is a part of the latter group. One instance where McGregor's trash-talking drew criticism was during a back-and-forth with the UFC welterweight on social media. Holland had posted a video of himself shadowboxing and tagged McGregor in the post, saying, "The real showstopper." McGregor responded by calling Holland a telling him to shut his mouth. Ouch! This exchange drew criticism from fellow fighters who felt that McGregor's language was unnecessarily aggressive and disrespectful. Some people saw it as an example of McGregor's tendency to take things too far with his trash-talking. Of course, it's not just Kevin Holland who has been on the receiving end of McGregor's trash-talking. Over the years, he's had plenty of memorable verbal battles with other fighters, including Nate Diaz, Khabib Nurmagomedov, and Floyd Mayweather.
No career path or no nothing ahead of me. So it was more worry, but I convinced them, and now here we are.
Whether you love him or hate him, there's no denying that Conor McGregor is one of the most polarizing figures in the MMA world. His trash-talking is just one aspect of his larger-than-life personality, and it's something that has both earned him fans and drawn criticism from others. And honestly, things would have been tolerable if it was just his tongue that went rogue. But that's not the case. He often gets a little wild outside the ring, which irks people like Kevin off. He has had several controversial moments outside the ring that have raised eyebrows and drawn criticism from some fans and fellow fighters. One incident that comes to mind is his involvement in a bar fight in Dublin. This is when he punched a man who reportedly refused to take a shot of his whiskey. Another incident that caused controversy was when McGregor attacked a bus carrying UFC fighters in 2018.
Loaded it up with Irish guys. They flew to New York and attacked the bus that he was on.
They attacked the bus.
Allegedly, it was in retaliation for an altercation between him and fellow fighter Khabib Nurmagomedov. McGregor threw a dolly through the bus window, injuring several people and causing chaos at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. These incidents, among others, have led people to question whether he's a good role model for young fans of the sport. Not to mention, he's not the greatest when it comes to the rules of the sport, and passionate players like Kevin might not tolerate that. The infamous belt snatch incident at a UFC press conference is one of those moments that will always be remembered in the MMA world. McGregor's out-of-protocol act left Aldo stunned and pretty pissed off. Now, he had rightfully earned that belt through his hard work and dedication to the sport. Sure, McGregor knows his moves inside and outside the ring, but that doesn't excuse his behavior. His tendency to cause a stir and break the rules is a definite no-no in the MMA community. Basic respect for opponents and the sport itself seems to fly out the window with McGregor. And that's a major reason why many fellow fighters and fans turn their backs on him. Anyway, that's all I had for you today on why Kevin Holland hates Conor McGregor.